ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Press for Truth. Today is Friday, May the 10th, 2013. And this is a day which marks a major milestone for the ancient order of the Illuminati and the modern day Illuminati, as today, the capstone, if you will, has been placed on top of the One World Trade Center, now officially bringing its height to the symbolic height of 1776 feet. Now, if you're not familiar with who the Illuminati are or how this translates into the modern day Illuminati, this thing can be traced back to around this time in the year 1776. It was on May 1st when a man from Bavaria, Germany named Adam Weishaupt founded the Order of the Illuminati, and they considered themselves to be the enlightened ones, hence the name Illuminati. And it was the express aim of the order to overthrow all civil governments and to eventually form a one world government. And Adam Weishaupt believed that through his understanding of the occult and through his understanding through researching the ancient mystery religions, coupled with the fact that he had friends in high places like Nathan Rothschild of the Rothschild banking dynasty, that together they would be able to carry out the goals of the organization. And it didn't take long for the general population to become aware of this organization. In fact, the government of Bavaria published a document in the late 1780s which exposed the nefarious plans of the Illuminati, and they did so to warn fellow Europeans about this group. Now, did the bright lights of publicity just make them cower and just disappear from existence? Or did they, like cockroaches, scatter from the light and became a little bit more secretive, changed their names and their locations, and spread their tentacles out to various organizations, such as the Bilderberg Group, or the Trilateral Commission, or the Council on Foreign Relations, or sometimes by infiltrating or even setting up various secret societies like the Freemasonic Order or the now famous Skull and Bones Society at Yale University. Well, certainly there is a correlation between the ancient world and the new, which brings us to today, May 10th, 2013, where the One World Trade Center has just reached the symbolic height of 1776. Here's an article on that. I'll put a link in the description so you can read it for yourself in full. Spire permanently installed on WTC Tower. A tall, heavy spire was fully installed atop One World Trade Center on Friday, bringing the New York City structure to its symbolic height of 1776 feet. The building is at the northwest corner of the site where the twin World Trade Center towers were destroyed in the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. The 72-story 4 World Trade Center is under construction at the southeast corner of the site. The building looks spectacular. I'm looking forward to the day when the cranes come down and they light the spire at night. It's supposed to be a very moving experience. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, which owns the site, said the LED-powered light would be activated within the next few months. It's going to have a light that you can see from tens of miles away, said Port Authority Vice Chairman Scott Reckler. And that light will change colors, and in the next few months, we're going to be activating that light, and it will be a beacon of hope, just like the Statue of Liberty. So is it merely a coincidence that the One World Trade Center, which has achieved the height of 1776 feet, and which shines a bright light to light up the night sky, is it merely a coincidence that this organization referred to as the Illuminati was founded in 1776, and their main goal was to create a one world government? And they considered themselves to be enlightened, hence the name the Illuminati. Well, perhaps this all is just a complete, total coincidence. Many of you may be saying, well, Dan, you're taking it out of context. The 1776 represents America's independence. That's why that number was chosen symbolically. Well, let's take into consideration another structure here in my hometown of Toronto, Canada. We also have a very tall structure here called the CN Tower, and it also happens to have a lot of lights which light up the night sky. And wouldn't you know it, that the exact amount of stairs and steps that it takes to ascend from the bottom of the tower to the top is exactly 1776. There are exactly 1776 steps inside the CN Tower. Now, perhaps this is another complete coincidence. Obviously, it has nothing to do with America's independence. We are located here in Toronto, Canada, after all. So maybe this is all just one big coincidence, or perhaps the modern day Illuminati is still engaged in setting up these structures through their knowledge of the occult, through their knowledge of sacred geometry and numerology. So could that be the case? Well, for those of us with ears for hearing and eyes for seeing, we're certainly going to continue to question these things, because knowledge is absolutely key. You have to understand that these enlightened ones want to hoard knowledge for themselves and want you to remain ignorant, especially in regards to what transpired on that day, 2001, on September 11th. In fact, that's why I produced the documentary film called The Toronto Hearings on 9/11, a 6-hour-long DVD that completely shatters the official story of what took place on that day. I interviewed expert eyewitnesses, scientists, and architects and engineers. I spoke with Lance DeHaven Smith and David Ray Griffin, Kevin Ryan, Richard Gage, Cynthia McKinney, David Chandler, Niels Harrod, Peter Dale Scott, and many, many others in this DVD, which is 6 hours long. And I would encourage you to check it out. The DVD is available at pressfortruth.ca. If you want to support the work that we're doing, and you can support Press for Truth by getting the DVD, or if you want to see the whole thing for free in its entirety, you can do that as well right here in my YouTube channel here at youtube.com/weavingspider. But again, folks, it all comes down to knowledge and how much you know and how much you don't know. So today I would certainly encourage you to check out the links in the description if you want to learn more about what actually transpired on that day. And again, this brings us to today, as the capstone on the One World Trade Center has been placed, and it has now reached the symbolic height of 1776. Could it all just be a coincidence, or could this relate to the ancient order of the Illuminati? Once again, folks, I'd encourage you to check out the links in the description. You can look into all this stuff for yourself. But for now, I'll leave you with a trailer to our film, The Toronto Hearings on 9/11. And other than that, that's all for today, folks. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see everyone right back here on Monday at pressfortruth.tv.
I think the 10th anniversary is the appropriate occasion to sum up all the research that's been done over 10 years, which suggests that the story we've been given about 9/11 is not true.
We wanted an investigation into all of the actions and failures that had led to the deaths of our loved ones and so many others on that horrible September day. A real investigation into 9/11 has never been done.
Why didn't the commission deal with the collapse of Building 7, which some call the smoking gun?
At 5:20 in the afternoon on 9/11, it fell vertically and symmetrically in 6.5 seconds.
NIST acknowledges WT7 came down without resistance and without doing any work for over 100 feet. They even gave the equation of the line. It shows that the slope is exactly equal to the acceleration of gravity. The fact of free fall is literally proof of demolition.
Boom, 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 boom. Just like 20 straight hits.
We just heard one more explosion. That's about the fourth one we've heard.
High-rise office buildings do not collapse due to fires. All 3 skyscrapers were destroyed by explosive-controlled demolition. But take a close look now at the corner where you see developing A series of explosions rapidly advancing down the corner of the building much faster than the rest of these explosions, almost as fast as the free-falling objects.
We have found what we call nanothermite.
The thermite reaction was present and occurring at the World Trade Center on 9/11 and afterward in the pile at the World Trade Center site.
Thermite must have been there one way or the other.
The FBI's official 9/11 investigation code name is Pentabomb. It's the official story, of course, in the 9/11 Commission report, and all the media that follows their lead is that bombs really weren't involved at the World Trade Centers or the Pentagon.
Americans know you can keep secrets. We kept the Manhattan Project secret. That had 100,000 people working on it. Conspiracies happen. We know that. Iran-Contra, Watergate. Conspiracy is a sound legal concept. We use it all the time.
9/11 has unleashed a roadmap of war and destruction.
A war machine that has been building incrementally since Eisenhower warned us about it in 1961.
Anybody who looks at it will realize that we're not walking in there with tinfoil hats. We are just normal people. We are ordinary citizens who are concerned and trying to do something about it.
This isn't over, this is just beginning. This is just beginning.